Legend has it that it was written by the Dark One.
The Kinonomicon ex mortis.
Roughly translated,
Good movie.
of the dead.
We got Eric in the chat. Let's see here. Eric says, if Stephen King hadn't sobered up, he would have ascended to Sutter Kane status.
I like how they throw some shade at Stephen King in that movie, where at the very beginning the female character Styles is talking about Sutter Kane, and she's like, he's this century's most widely read author. You can forget about Stephen King. Sutter Kane outsells them all. Like, right. Oh, dunking on Stephen King.
Oh man, I know you wanted to talk about how much you hated the commentaries. We'll get to that in a
terrible.
Second. We'll get to that in a second, but this movie was so good that like I didn't even realize because so the movie is just like a bunch of homages to H.P. Lovecraft, and so when I was watching it the first time, like I caught a lot of them, when they're like the Hobbs End horror, it's the Dunwich horror, and things like that. And so you'd get to a certain scene, you'd see things, I'd be like, oh, that's an homage to this, and Lovecraft this, and this and that. And then when I watched it the second time, like it completely went over my head that the whole entire movie itself is like so meta, where it's like about the guy descending into madness, like the normal guy that's very like, well, I mean, I don't want to say he's very scholarly, but he's definitely that.
Well, he seems so the first time you watch the movie, Sam Neill's character has these little tics that seem like inauthentic. They almost seem like bad scripting because they're so cliche. Because he has these lines like, "Hey, I'm listening. You're dying, kid." These like really hokey lines. Yeah. Like, what? That's terrible. But then at the end of the story, at the end of the movie, it's kind of becomes apparent that he was never real. He was a character created by Sutter Kane, because Sutter Kane's writing the world, and so that's why he talks like a shitty character from a shitty movie.
Right. But because it starts out and we know he's insane, and so it didn't even cross my mind when he shows up and he's normal, and then by the end he's all insane, and I was like, okay, yeah, I knew he was gonna be insane. And then when I watched the second time, I'm like, oh wait, he descended into madness like every H.P. Lovecraft character. so every time I watch that, I feel like I find little things here and there.
That's why the commentary has pissed me off, because In the Mouth of Madness is like one of my favorite horror movies. It might even be my number one favorite horror movie. I love this movie. I've watched it a dozen times. It's everything about In the Mouth of Madness is awesome. The theme song by John Carpenter.
I love it.
The Enter Sandman ripoff?
The Enter Sandman ripoff.
That's my only problem with that movie.
That's your only problem.
I would say that movie is perfect except for that song.
Except for John Carpenter riffing on Metallica.
Completely ripping it off.
Oh, I think it's great. I love it. I love everything about this movie. So the Blu-ray, it's really good. For its special features, it's got some documentaries on it that are awesome. It's got a location shooting tour where these guys just go to the parts of of apparently it's filmed in Montreal. So they go up to Montreal and they find all the parts from the movie, all the places, and that they try to break into the place where they shot the Hobbs End bed and breakfast, and they set off the alarm and have to go running to their car like, oh shit, let's get the fuck out of here. And they do that. And there's these great special effects documentaries with a bunch of behind the scenes like home video footage. So all those monsters that are chasing Sam Neill down the hallway, and you only see them in quick flashes for
I love that.
Know what you're looking at. They show you what they all look like. Monsters were actually fused onto one giant wall and just rolled down the hallway, but you can't tell with the way the movie's cut because it's so quick. You can't tell that all the monsters are basically just one big piece being rolled down the hallway. So all the special features on the Blu-ray are awesome, except for the fucking commentaries. Oh my God, that was so disappointing because it's one of my favorite horror movies. So I was like, oh, 2 audio commentaries. Why have I never listened to these before? I bet I'm going to get all these great insights on this movie. Like, oh my! So there were two commentary tracks. One that was recorded like back in 2000 that I think was on the old DVD, and then a new one that was recorded in like 2018. And they're both awful. So the one from 2000 is John Carpenter and the cinematographer, and let me look at his name again. The cinematographer Gary B. Kibb. And it's like, oh, the cinematographer. So he's going to talk about all these amazing shots and vistas and all the great blocking that he did. Like, no, it's 90 minutes of John Carpenter asking him questions about the lighting.
Dude,
Like,
I was gonna bring that up because I tried to listen to that commentary track like a year ago. I was bored one day and I was just like, you know what? I'll just watch. Well, no, that's right. But I was bored one day. I had gotten a bunch of writing done, and my brother wasn't home. And whenever we watch a movie, we watch it together, you know. And so I was just like, why don't I just rewatch some bangers? So I grabbed Nightmare on Elm Street off my shelf, and I grabbed In the Mouth of Madness. So I watched Nightmare on Elm Street, and then when I put in the Mouth of Madness, I was like, why don't I listen to one of these commentary tracks? Because I never really done so. And then so I put it in, and at first, you know, you can't really hear the music because, you know, they're talking. There's a commentary track. So I was just like, eh. And then it starts with John Carpenter saying, so the shot, how did you do the lighting? And the guy's like, well, blah, blah, blah. And I was so bored within the first 4 or 5 minutes that I shut it off and just watched it without the commentary.
And that's the thing is so like it's really boring. Like he's like the cinematographer does more than just the lighting, and yet that's all John Carpenter asks him about. So John Carpenter describes the scene first, like, okay, so we're in a factory and they're printing books. What kind of lighting did you use here, Gary? Like, oh, I used just, you know, the fluorescent lighting. Like, oh, okay, so what wattage bulb did you use? Like, oh, I used like a 9. Cool. All right. Well, now we're at the mental hospital, and there's David Warner. How'd you light David Warner in this scene, Gary? Like, oh, well, I used a headlamp with a 50-watt bulb. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, well, in this scene, you know, I'm like, oh my God, this is so boring. So I switched to the 2018 commentary with him and the producer, Sandy King Carpenter. I think that's her name. Yeah,
who's married to both Stephen King and John Carpenter.
At the same time, yeah, they're Mormon apparently. But so I was like, okay, this should be a lot better. And all it did was make me sad because the commentary I'd just been listening to and noped out on was recorded in like 1998, 1999 is the original DVD commentary, and this new one was recorded 20 years later, and John Carpenter is just sick of life, and he sounds so much older, and he just doesn't want to be there. He's like, didn't I already record one of these 2 decades ago? Why am I here? And it's like, oh, so how did you film this scene, John? Like, with a camera? How the fuck do you think we filmed it? God damn, why am I doing this?
Oh man, you know, John Carpenter, I don't think I've ever seen an interview where he's happy. Like, there's this H.P. Lovecraft documentary that I've watched quite a few times. And John Carpenter's in it for just like 2 minutes at the most, right? He's
leave me alone.
And then like even when he talks about his childhood, he's like, he can't even talk about it fondly. He's like a normal person would have said, yeah, my dad read me The Rats in the Walls or something like that, and boy did it scare me. And he's like, yeah, my dad read me The Rats in the Wall. And then like there's later he's like, yeah, I guess I like the color out of space. I don't know how you would film it and not show the color. Why are you angry about being here?
It's like he accepts the invitation, then he sits down for the interview, and he's just like, oh my God. Like, I smoke 5 cartons a day and I'm still alive. It's not fair. I wish I was dead.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I wonder how he would be if you just sat down with him, if you were like his friend, tried to talk to him. I wonder.
I don't think he has friends.
No, I just wonder, like is he like this with like even his family? Is he angry with them too? I don't know. Could you imagine being related to John Carpenter? You try to ask him about his movies or what it's like. Like I could just imagine he'd probably be like, "Shut up, kid! I'm not here to talk about this."
I was married to Adrienne Barbeau for 5 minutes. You think you can please me? Man, so And it's amazing that In the Mouth of Madness, I mean, it's my favorite John Carpenter movie. I like it more than Halloween. I like it more than The Thing. I like it more than any of the other stuff. But it's amazing because it came out like dead center of like him not making very good movies or making movies that are just
wasn't
not
it
his
one of
best.
the last of his good movies?
Yeah, but
And
it
was
came
just
out
all
like
garbage?
after. Yeah, so it came out after some of his like bad ones. So he went like a span of 10 years, the entire decade of the 80s, where he just didn't make a bad movie. And then fucking Chevy Chase had to come along and ruin everything with Memoirs of an Invisible Man. And that was a piece of shit. And then he did like his Village of the Damned remake that he only did because he wanted like a vacation to Cape Cod or something wherever it was filmed. So he only did the movie for that reason. And it really shows because it's such a boring, bland movie. It hardly feels like a John Carpenter movie. And then just suddenly out of the blue, fucking In the Mouth of Madness. And it's amazing. It's great. It's wonderful. And then he goes and he does like fucking Escape from LA. And then he goes to Mars. And it's like, what the hell? How did you just like knock out one of the best movies of your entire career, like dead in the middle of just like nothing but shit, like the worst movies of your career? Where did this come from?
I don't know, man. I know he's a Lovecraft fan. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. But it's funny because you're right. It's like you know, 2 awful John Carpenter movies, and then In the Mouth of Madness, and then like 3 awful movies right after. Like,
I think Vampires came out somewhere in the middle of that, and I do like Vampires, the James Woods
Vampires
movie.
was between Escape from LA and Ghost of Mars.
I still have to see
Oh, man.
Vampires.
I don't remember it.
James Woods because he's the GOAT.
I did see The Ward, though, which was one of his later movies. I think it was the last feature length he directed. It was just so generic that it wasn't good.
Yeah, his episodes of Masters of Horror are also like just so workmanlike and bland. Like if you told me John Carpenter had directed those, I wouldn't have believed you. But man, like he wasn't giving a shit anymore. Like I'm gonna go do a bunch of fucking concerts and play this bullshit called Vaporwave that people love, and except for Hot Dog who hates my Metallica knockoff.
God. How can you like that unironically? Just go listen to the real thing.
I fucking love that theme.
God damn it.
How can you call yourself Full Custom Hot Dog unironically? Get the fuck out of here.
You fucking foamer.
Foamer? Yeah. Let's bring that back.
I love it.
Jim Tuner says, on another level, it's about Stephen King descending into madness in the 90s. There are multiple levels to the parody. Was it the 90s? I thought it was earlier than that.
It was early 90s.
Was it?
Yeah, In the Mouth of Madness was like 95.
Well, no, but he's talking about
when he descended
Stephen
into
King, though, himself actually descended into madness.
Well, this was like not contemporary. This is like retrospective about how Stephen King descended into madness in the 80s when he started doing shit like Maximum Overdrive, and he just said like, I'm gonna direct this myself, you know, and it's gonna be fucking great, and I'm gonna get AC/DC to score the movie, even though they've never scored a movie in their lives. They have absolutely no idea how to do it. It's gonna be.
I wonder why he never directed again.
Yeah, good question.
I like Maximum Overdrive. I think he should have directed more. Did you hear there was more more gore in that movie originally? And they cut most of it?
I mean, I believe it. I like Maximum Overdrive too, but ironically, I enjoy it the same way I enjoy like watching an actual car wreck. You know, you can't take your eyes off of it.
I think it's so fun. It's just so fun and ridiculous. Plus, you've got, what, one of the Simpsons, or are more Simpsons in that movie?
You've got Yeardley Smith. I think she's the only Simpson in that movie.
Okay.
Which is 3 less Simpsons than you have in Godzilla, and 2 less Simpsons than you have in Space Jam. And ironically, like the Simpsons voice actors in Space Jam are in the live action segments. They aren't even voicing characters.
Weird.
Anyway,
maybe in the new Space Jam.
In the new Space Jam that has like what, Zendaya voicing Lola Bunny or something.
Dude, you've also got Clockwork Oranges in there.
Oh god, yeah, it
Sutter
turns into
Kane.
fucking. Yeah, Sutter Kane. If he just
Lovecraft's cat is in there. Everybody's in there.
Right. Lovecraft. Oh, I know you. Well, that's it. That's the end of the Kinonomicon. Thanks a lot.
Hey, we had a good run, guys.
Right. We do not endorse what Full Custom just said, and that's why I had to kick him. So now it's just an Oscar and Mark show. Eric says, I only know of this film because of the Pella Creepy blog because I'm so old.
Oh man, I discontinued that blog like 10 years ago. You are old, but yeah.
Wait, why did you discontinue it?
Say what?
Is this the Ninja Turtle Archive?
So I used to have a blog where I reviewed horror movies called Pella Creepy. It's why my Twitter handle is Pella Creepy, and I had like a few hundred horror movie reviews in there. I had it going for like 10 years, and then it just I don't know. I got to the point where it's like, well, I can only focus on one blog, so I'm going to focus on my Ninja Turtles blog. That's the wave of the future. So I deleted my Pella Creepy blog.
Damn.
I'm surprised that guy even knows about it. Wow.
You just deleted it instead of just having it there?
It was because I don't know. I was reading my old reviews and they weren't very thorough. They weren't very well researched. I was like, these reviews are shit, and I got like really really depressed and down on myself, and I hit the delete button.
See, I thought you might have had a bender, and you're like, "Fuck Ninja Turtles right now," but on our site today, we're talking about In the Mouth of Men.
Jim Tuner says, "I know of this film because I went to see it when it came out because I am so old." Jim Tuner, you're not old. I mean, that was only the 90s. It's not like we're talking about. It's not like you're like. Oh, go on.
Well, every single John Carpenter movie has the same fucking story attached to it, where it's like, it underperformed at the box office and wasn't appreciated in its time. You mean every movie he's ever made except that Invisible Man movie that nobody likes?
That will never be appreciated.
Oh boy, that's right, because they were pretty much all failures, and I don't know. Sometimes I just wonder why.
And that's the mystery, is that like even his like John Carpenter's like okay movies like Prince of Darkness that are just kind of like in the middle tier, they're still pretty good. You compare Prince of Darkness to like anything made in Italy in the 80s, and the Prince of Darkness is fucking awesome. But yeah, like he didn't really make a bad movie between Assault on Precinct 13. Up through They Live, which was like 1989, he didn't make what I'd call a bad movie. I mean, he made some movies that I wasn't interested in, like Elvis and Starman, but they weren't bad movies. He didn't make a bad movie until Chevy Chase came in and fucked everything up. Chevy Chase and Daryl Hannah.
Yeah, I think Big Trouble in Little China, something with the distribution killed it, I think, is why that one flopped. Yeah. But all his other ones, I don't really know why. Because they're like even In the Mouth of Madness, I think it lost like I forgot how much in the negative they went. Like they spent like a couple million probably on it, and they made like 100,000 at the box office.
Yeah, but that's the story for every one of his movies. Like The Thing, which is considered a classic now, is like, E.T. came out and everybody wanted cutesy sci-fi movies, not scary sci-fi movies. So The Thing bombed. Like that's the most bullshit reason I've ever heard for a movie.
Right, right. And there were even reviewers at the time calling The Thing like one of the worst horror movies ever made.
Yeah, like really, like.
And I think that was also because at the time, all the weird old people that were reviewers were fans of the Howard Hawks movie, and they're like, "How dare he disgrace The Thing from Another World? Like this is awful.
This is blasphemy."
Right.
That's like hating on Ridley Scott's Alien, because you're like, I remember Alien when it was called It, the Terror from Beyond Space in 1955. This movie's a ripoff. It's terrible.
Why would you make another new Blob movie? What's wrong with the original?
Like this kid with long hair, he's no Steve McQueen, I'll tell you that.
CB Smallwood says, "Did you know that John Carpenter was going to direct a remake of Creature from the Black Lagoon? It never happened because the thing bombed." I never heard of that.
They've attached so many people to a remake of like every single Universal classic monster is going to have a remake by every single fucking director at one point. Guillermo del Toro, he's going to do Frankenstein. He's going to do Creature from the Black Lagoon. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. He didn't do jack shit because he's Guillermo and he weighs 600 pounds. He can never get off his ass to make a movie.
Holy shit. What did he do to you?
He fucking buys up all these intellectual properties and he attaches his production company to all these movies, and then he never makes them. He never, like, the reason like we had to wait for a fucking Hobbit movie was because Guillermo was going to make the Hobbit trilogy. And then he's like, you know what? Never mind. And then Peter Jackson was like, I guess I'll do it. And then he just shat those movies out. And we're supposed to get an In the in the mouth of and At the Mountains of Madness Guillermo del Toro movie. He didn't make it. We're supposed to get a Haunted Mansion del Toro movie, and he didn't make it. A
We
Frankenstein
got something
movie.
better though. We got the Eddie Murphy version.
yeah, right. We got the Eddie
Haunted
Murphy
Mansion.
one. Oh my god. No, we got Crimson Peak. I think that was when he finally made a movie. It was like, oh, it's Haunted Mansion, but I'm just gonna change all the proper nouns.
Oh boy. Eric says, shout out for Prince of Darkness imagery from that film has stuck with me. I thought that movie was just okay. It was a little bit of a letdown. Like, I don't know.
I really like that movie, but a lot of people consider that to be like his okay tier. But even an okay tier John Carpenter movie is still pretty damn good.
Yeah, I mean, it's I'd watch an okay John Carpenter movie over anything that comes out now from like Blumhouse.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, well, even like just trying to keep it contemporary, like Hot Dog. Which would you rather watch, Prince of Darkness or Cruel Jaws or Italian Texas Chainsaw Massacre? I can't remember.
Oh, okay. Now that's not fair. I love Italian Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, you just like it because it has that one guy who's like, I got molested in the little boy's room.
In the little
Ah.
boys. I was gonna add that to the end of our intro, by the way, but then I thought it'd be too weird.
You could
hilarious.
You could have added that, or you could have added the part where he's got the woman tied to the bed, and she's like, "What are you gonna do to me?" You're like, "Fried chicken and French fries."
Fried chicken and French fries.
Well, what was that called? Night Killer? Is that?
Yeah. I would watch Night Killer over a lot of things.
True. Now that might change though, because we both have in the mail Toxic Zombies and was it Bacall? Bahakal, yes, the Indian Bollywood Nightmare on Elm Street, which I absolutely can't wait to see.
Oh, dude, I'm so excited for that.
Why are you guys excited for that? It sounds awful.
It looks fun.
Imagine you're watching A Nightmare on Elm Street, but it's a musical. I mean, you wouldn't want to watch that?
No, that sounds awful.
And the trailer looked really good, by the way. I thought. So, yeah, we're definitely going to watch that.
I haven't seen the trailer, but it sounds awful.
Watch the trailer.
Cult Film Videos is John Carpenter just stinks. The thing is trash.
Oh.
Get out of here,
that's
man.
That's an unpopular opinion, but you're welcome.
So looking at Michael DeLuca, he also wrote such classics as doing the story for Judge Dredd, the movie, did the short for Lon Mowerman, and Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare.
Wow, I did not even hear you clicking.
You couldn't? Really?
Did you have like a reference text? Are you like paging through a book now from like 1995? Because I got one.
I dial 411 and off mic I whisper, "Hey, look up Michael DeLuca for me, please."
411.
Welcome to Movie Phone.
That's one of your guys' references. I get.
You know what 411
is? Yeah.
Yeah,
that's an episode where Kramer tries to set up his own competing movie phone, but he doesn't know how to interpret like people answering by dialing on the keypad.
Right, so he's just telling random times.
Yeah, so like to select your movie, press 1, and like beep, like why don't you just tell me your movie?
Oh man, I can't say a lot about this movie because it's best to go into it blind. But The Black Coat's Daughter, oh my goodness, it might be the best A24 movie. I'm a little bit.
Yeah, but you love every A24 movie you watch. You think it's the best one that you see.
No, I didn't like.
Ooh, they're so cerebral.
No, I didn't like. There's one where.
As I looked up from my Sudoku puzzle to gaze upon the A24 film in front of me, I merely thought it was the greatest film I had ever seen.
No, they have one movie with a really like sus title called "It Comes at Night."
Oh yeah.
That movie sucked.
Everyone says that one sucks too.
It was just really depressing.
That movie sucks big time. But yeah, no, that's an A24 movie I hate. But no, The Black Coat's Daughter, it's directed by Osgood Perkins, Anthony Perkins' son. And I think it's his directorial.
Osgood?
Huh?
He named his son Osgood?
Hey, I mean, I don't know. I guess that was the thing to name your kid in, I don't know, the 70s whenever he was born.
Osgood, that's more like 1940s.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Was it Anthony Perkins probably born? He's probably born in the 40s. He's like in his 20s and.
Yeah, I'm not going to name my daughter Agatha, even if it's 1975. How you doing, Gertrude?
I don't know. Maybe it was a family name. I don't know, but he named his son
Okay, you know, Nasser, you go ahead. You name your son Egbert or whatever bullshit you want to call him.
Yeah, that's a good name. Egbert Rabati. I like that. Very strong.
But no, but no, it's his directorial debut, and I'm trying to like talk about it, but not spoil it for you guys. But a lot of weird stuff happens at this boarding school over winter break, where a couple girls stay behind, and it's really freaky. You guys
I've
just
seen
gotta
some
watch.
movies like that. Yeah, they get pretty freaky at that boarding school.
Oh, is this one of those hentai of the month club things?
Well, I wasn't trying to give too much away.
Trying not to give too much away, guys, but it was a porno. Sorry. Spoiler alert.
Well, on the more normal topic, guy from Red Bank says I didn't like Prince of Darkness because it's liberals and their science and priests saying, "Oh, you don't believe in God? Well, guess what?" Okay.
Well, it's the anti-god, and he's a jar of like green goo in the basement of a church.
Right. It's so random. Linkovich says, "Me and My Arrow" is one of my favorite Harry Nilsson songs. I love that song, and I almost don't even want to watch the movie because I don't want to know the context. Like, because he's just like, "Me and my arrow."
The context is Oblio, that's named little boy, Oblio running through the woods with his dog Arrow and just saying, "Me and my arrow, it's me and my arrow" for like 5 minutes.
Oh, that's kind of dumb.
What else do you think it would be?
Now you ruined the song for me. Guys, I watched a movie called Malevolence. It's a slasher movie that it starts out with these people robbing a bank, and then they go to their hideout in like the middle of nowhere, sort of, and then there's just a random guy that's there just killing them all.
You just random?
Yeah, like he has nothing to do with the plot. These people rob a bank, and then there's like there's like 4 people, and they show up at this house, but they show up at different times because they took 2 cars, and one of them has a bit of a detour. So this guy shows up, and the killer is just there, and he kills him and takes his mask. And then the other people think like it's their friend that's going around killing people. But it's funny because it's just a random dude.
So the killer, so it's like Final Exam, that movie I was talking about a couple weeks ago, where the killer has no identity, no origin, no backstory. He's just some dude who just rolls up and kills everybody.
Yeah, but I think somebody told me that the sequel, which I also have, it's a trilogy. I think they said the sequel's a prequel, so it might, I don't know. I guess it explains things. Yeah, it's not any fun. I just thought it was funny because they got like tens of thousands of dollars, and then suddenly they're just all being killed.
Is the killer just some dude, or is it like a spiritual, supernatural force?
Well, if it were supernatural force, I would have said that.
I don't know. Maybe you were afraid of spoiling it.
No,
a random ghost.
I just told you the whole plot.
Sounds really good.
Wow, so they strung that out for 90 minutes?
89 minutes.
89 minutes, okay. Yeah. Well, sometimes, a horror movie's better when they don't try so hard to have too much plot. Like I picked up the box set of Rec, the original like Spanish versions of the quarantine movies, and I marathoned those like last December. And I think like all 4 movies are good, but I kind of liked Rec better when you didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like the first movie where it's just a whole bunch of possessed people in the apartment building until the very ending where she turns on the night vision on her camera and you see what the zombie people really look like. And it's that hideous, horrifying, gangly old lady monster. And you're just like, what the fuck was that about? And it gets kind of less scary as they explain it.
Well, because then by 4, there's this demon worm, right? And then it's the embodiment of the devil.
Yes, the Antichrist, and it's been possessing people. And when people either through a camera or in a mirror, then you see what they really look like, and they really look like those like demon hags. And I mean, the movies aren't bad. It's just it was scarier when you didn't know what was going on.
3 was a really bizarre twist for that.
The wedding one, that was the one where like halfway through the movie it stops being found footage and just turns into a normal movie, which is I thought was kind of interesting.
And you also get the weird like SpongeBob French guy.
Okay, that was funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
so there's Nasser. There's a guy in the movie who's at the wedding, and his job is like to entertain the kids, but he doesn't have the official license to dress as SpongeBob SquarePants. So he's in like this knockoff SpongeBob costume, and he's like I'm Brillo Pad Bryant.
Yeah, it's something stupid.
Oh my goodness, I want to see this now just for that.
It's a good set.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
man.
all four movies are pretty good. I mean, it's less scary as you go along, but they're still all entertaining movies.
Yeah, I thought 4 was the weakest, but 1 and 2. 1 is really good. One's probably one of my favorite found footage movies, I think.